Good morning and welcome back. Joined now by Chase Ropanak.
Right.
Yeah, good to see you this morning.
Appreciate it. Good morning to you as well.
You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Still trying to wake up this morning, but that's all right.
Hey, it's great. You've had some flavorful forecasts.
I appreciate that.
It's certainly always an interesting time to have you on the morning show. Well,
I do love it.
Devin's out and about, probably causing trouble. I'm sure we can all agree to that.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
But we'll get right into our first story this morning for trending. So, a piece from the iconic 1986 film Ferris Bueller's Day Off, kind of like Devin's Day Off, could soon be yours. The signature sweater vest worn by Matthew Broderick in the film has hit the auction block. Broderick starred as Ferris Bueller, who played hooky with his girlfriend and best friend in the famous movie. The three went on to have a fun-filled day in Chicago. Sotheby's estimates that the vest could fetch anywhere between $300,000 and $600,000. The auction runs through June 24th, so you still have your time.
Oh my goodness.
So don't worry, Chase. In case you were worried that you wouldn't be able to get your bid in, you can do it.
I've surprisingly never watched Ferris Bueller's Last Day Off?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
A Day Off, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you can tell, I've never watched the movie, but never would have thought a vest would be worth $300,000 to $600,000 one day.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I didn't think sweater vests would ever come into style quite like that.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
But, you know, Matthew Broderick, he's a great actor. And, you know, I just remember him from, oh, goodness. I remember him as like a failed investment banker in some movie that escapes my mind at the moment. Yeah. But he was just kind of squatting in sort of like a penthouse after fumbling a bunch of investments and stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
But he is a character, a funny fella. And also, I think he was in a movie called The Producers or I think it's The Producers.
Well, I think the Ferris Bueller's Day Off is definitely going to be on my movie list now.
It's not a bad one. I watched it as a kid, and I remember bits and pieces. It's certainly not vivid in the imagination. But I do remember the sweater vest.
That's pretty cool. Well, for our next topic on What's Trending, Michael, is North Dakota Zoo has now become the home for a pair of very rare wild horses. These two Mongolian wild horses are on the exhibit at the Red River Zoo in Fargo. Their names are Victor and Virgil. The brothers are a year apart in age and look like ponies with zebra-like hair, according to the zoo. The Mongolian wild horse is the last remaining wild horse species in the world. There are approximately 1,500 left in the world. I, Chase Ropanak, sure would like to ride on one of them. As for Victor and Virgil, they can be seen 7 days a week during the zoo's regular hours. Oh my gosh, Michael.
Well, if you really want to ride a wild Mongolian horse, you know what? Chase your dreams, Chase. That's what your parents, you know, probably named you after. Just go after it.
You got me there. I'll tell you what, you know, that would be a pretty cool experience, right? A rare Mongolian horse. It's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, I figured as much. When I think of a legendary horseman, I think of Chase Ropanak, just getting out there on the plains of Mongolia.
I'm gonna have to get myself a cowboy hat. And,
I mean, you know,
fit the character.
He's the picture-perfect model for a Mongolian cowboy. That's what I've been saying for years.
All right, yeah, we'll put it to the test if I ever get to ride a Mongolian horse one day.
Did you ever manage to go to the rodeo this last weekend?
No, I did not. You know what I was doing. I was out there fishing, Michael. That's what
Fishing left and right. You know you can fish off horseback.
Yeah, we'll have to give it a try, I guess.
That'd be a great, what is it called? Chase on the lake?
Yeah.
You know, horses can...
You don't need a boat if you got a Mongolian horse, right?
No, they got some pretty good legs. They could get in the water a few feet, you know, before their chest even hits the ground.
Right on the shoreline. I'm good. That's all I need to be on is the shoreline.
There you go. That's a dream right there. I hope you can make that happen.
I hope so, too. That'd be pretty crazy.
All right. Well, we'll switch to a different hooved animal. A runaway zebra has been caught on camera, spotted by eyes in the sky. Now, we talked about this last week when it initially got loose, but the video that we're looking at right now is from a news helicopter on Friday. It showed the wild animal, now known as Ed, trotting through a field in Christiana, Tennessee. Before, I remember we talked about it during a barber shop because they were making the zebra like the town mascot. The zebra escaped nearly a week ago, now over a week ago, after jumping his owner's fence, and officials say that the adult male zebra is healthy, but he's scared and confused. So people who live in the area are being warned to stay away. Plans are being put together to safely capture him.
Okay, this might be even though it is a zebra on the loose, and it would be nice, to get it back. I think this is the coolest and funniest story so far.
Yeah, I like how we've revisited this runaway zebra from a week ago.
I didn't catch it when you guys had it a week ago, but now I'm enjoying it, and I love that they gave him a name now.
Yeah, before there was no name. Now we got the name. We're getting more to this story. So it's really coming together.
And what did they say? Oh, I'm kind of losing it now, but in the middle of it where he was running in the field, they were saying not to go near him. Is this zebra dangerous?
I don't think the zebra is particularly dangerous. Personally, just judging that it was a pet at someone's home, I think, if it was kind enough to be a stay-at-home zebra, it's probably all right. But, best not to approach an animal when it's in a new environment.
Driving, was it through Tennessee? You said?
Yes, Tennessee.
Tennessee, and you just see a zebra on the loose. What do you do?
I'd be very confused. I mean, it's
like
nice to,
zebra,
it's interesting to see. Like, you look out your window during sort of like road trips and stuff like that. I know we have some like bison farms around Wisconsin. So those are kind of cool. I enjoy looking at those. And sort of cows and the horses, there's a lot of neat things to see out there. But if I saw a zebra just kind of like in a park, I'd be a little confused.
Yeah, in the park, and let alone just out in the fields in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if, it was going to become part of a larger zebra herd in the area. You never know. And I mean, they do.
Tons of zebras now all over. And
we were talking earlier, remember in your story, I remember you were giving us some wisdom about how the Mongolian horses actually look striped like the zebra.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're interested in get involved here.
A shot one day of me on one of those Mongolian horses and you capturing this zebra.
Exactly. I can, I can escort you back to the stables.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Hey, dreams can come true.
That's right. That is right, Michael.
All right. Well, let's get into some weather in our neck of the woods. I'm sure